Right, if you feel like shit, let's quickly do what's happening there. So, this is our bubble of being. Feminine. Can you even see this? Oh, these pens are beyond the pale, that's it. I think we're done. So this is our being. When we feel like crap, that's just an indicator that our frequency is low. And by frequency, I mean the oscillation of this pattern. So that you don't always look like this full thing, you're just one light moving in this way. And imagine it going up and down and replenishing the body with every breath. Okay? The frequency of the oscillation becomes low. When you're happy, the frequency is fast. Okay? So it's just a speedometer. Up and down. Happy, sad. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't matter what emotion it is. We won't get into like, oh, if it's this or that. It doesn't matter. If you feel sad in any way, if you feel below that line, you're sad. We feel above that line, we're happy. Let's do it like that. So, what stops us from oscillating? Distortion is the only thing that stops us from oscillating. Okay? We collect distortion all the time. We eat it, we walk around in it, we use it. I just microwave my tea in it, knowing that tea would contain millions of pieces of distortion and radioactive frequencies that I was going to put into my body, but I couldn't be arsed making another tea. So when I drank that tea, I put in the microwave, I ingested, consumed distortion. Now I've got to clear that I know how to do that. I know how to make a conscious effort to find alignment. And so I don't worry about distortion. Sometimes I actually take it on for fun. Sometimes I'll go on a full binge online, I'll make myself mad, I'll do loads of stuff, I'll look at all the politics, and I'll put myself, knowingly, it's fun, into this state. Because I know how to align my being. So it doesn't really matter. Alignment blows out distortion. If you can find alignment with God, with collective data, with collective consciousness. Oh, sorry, Toby. The dog's sitting right under my feet. Then you can channel as much as you want of light and basically start to oscillate so fast that all the accumulated distortion, trauma, misery, whatever the hell you've had, is just blown out. Because distortion is just a bend in the light. And when you hit that with a torch, imagine you're the torch, you power it on, it just blows out of the way. So distortion is nothing to worry about. But the more distortion you collect, the harder it is to remove. Because every piece of distortion in here is making the energy move that little bit slower. Mommy. Hey, baby.
Mommy, my head.
Oh, your head. Just 1 minute. So, what is distortion? So, to make it easier for yourself, distortion is trauma. Distortion are lies you tell yourself. Distortion is guilt, shame. All the things you get from interacting with the Matrix. Okay, because the Matrix wants to tell you your place in its hierarchical structure. If you're up here, the Matrix will tell you you're important. The Matrix will tell you you are God. Okay, but if you're down here, the Matrix is telling you that you should feel guilty and you should feel shame because you're shit. You're right down here at the lowest form of the Matrix. You're in the absolute bottom. You can't afford to live in here because you're just such a shit being. The Matrix will tell you that. You can't do anything right. You don't look right. You don't sound right. You don't wear the right clothes. You don't live in the right postcode. You don't... Right, the Matrix, if you are down in the lower echelons of the Matrix, which I am, hi, nice to meet you, the Matrix will tell you to feel shame, guilt. It'll tell you lies, like you don't matter, that you don't have any power, like you're not important. And all those things are distortions that we take into ourselves because we believe it. We believe that shit. When every day we go out into the matrix and everyone's got a nicer car than us, or everyone seems happy and we don't, or worse still, we look online at the informational matrix and we see that everyone in the world's happy and thriving, but we're not. We're fucking shit, okay? So that's where we get our trauma. Now, let's explore how to get rid of these things. So what do we have? Trauma. My God, a pen that works. I'm so shit. I can't even afford a decent pen. Doesn't matter. Right, so I have bought some. Don't feel bad for me. Okay, so trauma. How do we get rid of this stuff? And it's by remembering light. Remembering light, right, and in different forms. So trauma. You've got a lot of trauma. Everybody does. There's nobody watching this who's never faced any kind of trauma. We're all fucking traumatized. Get over it. Okay? So the trauma you have faced, we'll use truth for that. Because all there is light. So that trauma wasn't for nothing. It gave you skills. Skills, attributes, wisdom, and ability. If you had an easy life, you'll have less of these. Simple as. Okay? So when we look at our trauma, if we look at the truth of it, everything is light. No one's hurting anyone. We're all just indulging ourselves. Some people are not as equipped as others. Your parents might not have been too equipped and they created trauma within you. Your partner might not have been well equipped and created trauma within you. Somebody's hurt you and given you trauma. Okay. But in that, the truth is that these are the things you get from that trauma. Okay, so you might be wildly, constantly aware of your environment because of trauma, because you had to be as a child, or you might get beat, or you might get abused or something. So you have now harnessed a range of skills where you can read people, you can empathise with others generally, because you need to know what other people are feeling to be safe when you're experiencing trauma. So trauma gives empathy. Trauma also gives skills and attributes like being able to read body language, reading your environment, understanding the tone of somebody's voice. It gives you interdimensional capabilities, okay? It gives you the wisdom to know what an abuser looks like and how to deal with a narcissist. And it gives you the ability to use that when you go back into the matrix. So trauma, gone. The distortion of trauma. Start accepting that your trauma does not make you a victim, it makes you a superhero. Now, lies. The lies we tell ourselves are the most dangerous because they create internal distortion. The lies we hear from others, you know, there's lots of lies in our environment. We can forgive the media for consistently lying to us about the Matrix. It's their job, okay? They've got to power themselves to keep themselves at the top. The Matrix is trying to keep itself safe, of course. Always, it's trying to keep itself safe. So lies in our environment are told to keep the Matrix safe, to keep the people at the top of the Matrix feeling like VIPs and channeling your energy. So the only reason someone would lie to you is to gain something from you usually, and that's usually energetic resource. Now, the lies you've told yourself are usually because of trauma. I'm unlovable because my parents didn't want me. I am worthless because my partner didn't see me. I am guilty because I behaved in a way that is not accepted in the Matrix. I feel shame because I've done something that I shouldn't have done within the Matrix. I feel embarrassment because I am not holding my place within the Matrix. If you start to bring truth into that and understand that the Matrix is a hierarchical structure that is not divine, it is of human creation and so is subject to distortion, you'll understand that the truth is that what you feel you were telling lies to yourself about was probably just the truth of you and you weren't accepting yourself. So acceptance. Accept that lies are required in the Matrix and that you can tell the truth of anything at any time. And you might feel guilt or shame about lying in the first place, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's you that cares. You might think the whole world cares that you're a liar. And they might if you're sitting at the top of the Matrix and you've been controlling them all and lying to them. But generally speaking, people don't give a shit. People don't actually know because they're busy thinking about their own trauma, their own lies, their own shame, their own guilt. So we can get rid of that. So all of these things, all of these traumas that we gain from playing in the Matrix, we are all victims of the Matrix. The Matrix is a creational structure that tells us our query. It tells us our worth. It puts a financial value on who and what we are. And if we don't meet that financial value, which most of us don't because we are the generations that are here to overpower a matrix that has been in conformity for quite some time, the matrix is stagnant. And as soon as you embody enough light and you make sure your frequency is fast, and I don't mean painting a smile on when you're sad, it's perfectly reasonable to be sad. We can't always be happy, which is why occasionally I will seek distortion, because it's a balancing act. You don't want to be high all the time. You don't want to be low all the time. You want to be comfortably spinning in here. Comfortably spinning. And if you know how to find alignment with yourself through truth, love and light, then you begin to see the truth of this matrix and the distortion that it has put upon you. And when you start to see the truth of that distortion, that the matrix isn't evil, everyone's not out to get us, it's just energetic exchange. Some people can make energy and some people cannot. And the people that cannot have to traumatize the others to get their energy. It's just that simple. And they don't even know they're doing it. If you feel like you're the person who, if you can manufacture your own energy and you feel like you're the victim, I can tell you're not manufacturing your own energy. Because you're only a victim. All there is light. You're only a victim if you can't manufacture your own light. So the perpetrators, these, I don't know, evil devils, what, does the devil have horns? Yeah. The devils of the matrix, a pitchfork, there we go. The people who are seen as devils in the matrix are the victims because they can't manufacture light. So they steal everyone else's. And all you have to do is stop them from stealing that, is to reinforce your boundary and not give light to terrible things. Don't give your attentive focus to the matrix screaming. The matrix is always screaming for energy, and it screams through fear. If you don't look at this, you're not going to be informed. If you don't look at this, you're not going to know what's going on. If you don't look at this and pay attention to what I'm doing, you are in danger. You should fear me. Give me your energy. Fear me. Give me your energy. Because the devil, the guy up here, the one controlling the shit, is a victim because he can't manufacture his own energy. And the moment everybody realizes, everyone wonders why the matrix works so hard to keep our focus. The moment everyone realizes and just basically closes their eye, imagine this is one big eye, I wish I had a working pen. Everyone just closes that eye over. This little guy's got about 10 minutes to live with no energetic reinforcement because he's burning so much energy trying to keep all of this afloat. So as soon as everyone turns within and realizes that they can manufacture their own energy, they're no longer a victim to the matrix. They're free. We get freedom. Freedom! Energetic freedom! So yeah, I can't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, hope that helps. Bye!